is about two things: establishing your why and sacrifice. Okay, so let's start off with establishing your why. So obviously this is an incredibly important component to your program. It's incredibly important for progress and for sustaining your momentum towards achieving your goals. The reason that a why is so important is because your why should be more powerful than the obstacles that'll get in your way. So for example, let's say you've booked on for a 6 a.m. session. Now it can get pretty grueling after a couple of weeks, and some mornings you're going to wake up and you're just going to feel tired. Your why should be more powerful than the urge to stay in bed. So how you develop a powerful why? Well, we went through it in our mindset guide or our blueprint to success. You ask yourself why it is that you're doing what you're doing, and then take it down another level and ask yourself why it is that you want that, and then take it down another level again and ask yourself why it is you want that again. You can take that down as many levels as you like until you get to something incredibly deep and powerful so that it'll overcome whatever obstacles get in your way. How you package your why is also incredibly important. So for example, let's say for me in business, my goal is to obviously be successful and earn plenty of money. Pretty superficial goal. With this goal in place, if someone were ever to ask me, do you ever get tired of working? If I were to say no, then that person would think that I'm crazy or lying, and that would be the rational thing for them to think. However, by packaging your why correctly, you can flip that on its head, and the person who asked you the question could seem crazy instead of you. So for example, instead of my why being to be successful and earn plenty of money, if my why instead was to be successful and earn plenty of money so that I can provide my children with a better life than I had, so that they could start with an advantage instead of starting from zero, and so that they could get far better opportunities than I ever had, then my why is a lot more important. This means when somebody asks, do you ever get tired? My response would be, how could I ever get tired of trying to provide my children with a better life? And now that person feels crazy for even asking the question because it seems silly. This means that when it comes to the early mornings and I wake up and I feel like I could just use another 2 hours sleep, I can ask myself this question: is getting 2 hours sleep more important to you than working towards providing your family with a better life? And what kind of person would I be if I was to say yes to that question? So I'm always getting up out of bed, and this is why I never sleep on. So this is the importance of establishing your why and packaging it correctly. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is sacrifice. The reality is, if you're starting a journey to change, it's going to require that you change. So something that not everybody realizes is that there's sacrifice either way. So what people typically think is that if they're going to change, that they're going to have to sacrifice. However, the reality is whether they want to change or they don't want to change, both of these things require sacrifice, and it's up to them to pick which sacrifice is more worth it. So if somebody wants to change their body shape, it's probably going to require them to sacrifice some of the foods that they like. It's probably going to require them to sacrifice some of the home comforts that they had. They'll probably have to work out hard in the gym. You know all the sacrifices that they're going to have to make because you're probably on this journey. Now, if someone wants to remain the same, they are in fact also sacrificing. So to remain the same, they have to sacrifice the potential person that they could become if they were to walk on that journey. This means that to stay the same, they have to sacrifice the best possible version of themselves. So what I'm getting at here is there is no option without sacrifice. You get to pick which sacrifice you want, but you don't get to choose not to sacrifice. You're sacrificing either way. You just got to pick which one is more important to you.